Multifamily Mafia, Jordan Stanley Payne. What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you had a good week. Welcome to Friday. What do we got going on this weekend? Hustle, grind, grind while you sleep. Blah, 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 blah. How about you guys relax a little bit, enjoy your effing weekend, and refresh a little bit. There's so many people that go so freaking hard for so long. They burn out, they quit, they give up, and then what? They go back to mediocrity, and they never get anything established. They never get momentum because they go so hard for so long. Take some fucking time off, relax a little bit, recharge your battery, hit Monday again rolling, you know? Nothing wrong with that, guys. So I am going to do some Q&A today. I had posted up in several different groups that I was going to do that, and didn't get a lot of questions. I'm going to go over a couple of them, and then we'll kind of roll from there. Question number 1, Christian Medina: is the Earth round or flat? There's always that one guy or girl that Christian's not a hater. I don't think he's a true hater. He doesn't share my content enough. He doesn't talk enough shit. But dude, I really don't know. I'm gonna go with round. That's what I learned. I think it's round. Not sure. Appreciate the troll though. Always appreciate a good troll here and there. Dave Hauser had a great question that came in. How you set up selling a note on your first property? Don't really understand first, second, 51st property. Don't really understand the difference there. How did you find the buyer more specifically? So guys, let me rephrase that a little bit differently. You've got a property, whether it's owner financing, you bought it specifically on owner financing. That agreement between you and the seller, that owner finance agreement, that is called a note. Anything that has debt on it is a note. The house I'm living in now, I have a mortgage on it. That is a note. Notes get bought and sold all the time. All the time. If you buy a house on a Monday, by Friday, that bank that you got financing through has already sold your note. Okay? The guy that bought the note sells it again and again. It happens 9, 10, 12, 15 times before there's no room left in the note, and the last person kind of gets stuck with the bag. So anything that has debt on it has a note. A note is an agreement. It's price and terms, a set period of time, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, a set interest rate, 5%, 4%, whatever. So that is a note. The question is, how do you find somebody that buys notes? So there's a couple different ways, Mr. Hauser. So you can simply network. I talk about networking daily. Network. Talk to people. If you are in a city that has a local REIA, R-E-I-A, Real Estate Investing Association, go talk to people. Hey, you guys interested in buying debt? Are you interested in buying a note? You don't have to own the real estate. You don't have to deal with the frickin' tenant. No toilets, none of that. Do you want to own the debt and get the passive income on this note? Do you want to become the bank? If you hold the note, you are the bank, right? So you can simply network like you're supposed to be doing and find note buyers that way. You can use social media. You can use social media and say, hey, look, guys, I've got a note. Balance is 40 grand. Interest rate is 5%. I'm going to sell it. I'm willing to sell it at a discount. I'll sell it for $32,000. Would anybody be interested in buying this note at a discount for $32,000? Clarity really quick. Most people, if they're gonna buy a note, they buy it at a discount, right? They don't want to pay full market value, retail value for the note. They want to buy it at a discount. So keep that in mind. So you can use local REIA, Facebook. You can also jump on good old Google. Google, you're going to primarily find the quote-unquote big boys and girls. That's who I've used. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not a negative. They're normally a little bit more strict. They want to see a payment history. Hey, we want 10 months of payment history. They want to know that the person in there, the tenant buyer, right, the person that is paying the debt, they want to know that guy or girl is making payments on time. So I'm not going to go like crazy into it. There's performing notes. There's non-performing. Pretty self-explanatory, right? Performing, they're paying on time. It's in good standing. Non-performing, they're behind. No matter how much, they're behind at some point. There's also first position, second position. If that's confusing to you, think of first position as I have first dibs. So if I hold the note, I'm in first position. I've got first dibs to collect what is due to me. Tenant buyer stops paying. I've got first dibs to recover my money. I can take back the asset. Second dibs, second position, I've got second dibs. I'm behind the guy in first, right? So guys, keep that in mind. So Dave, local RIA, local networking, you can ask on Facebook, you can jump on Google, type in Montana note buyers, sellers, whatever. You can find them that way. Again, back to your first property, it's going to be the exact same, dude. That question had 11 responses. Interesting. Next one came from, I'm going to probably butcher this, Rystn, R-Y-S-T-N. Rystn, G-B-B-S, Gibbs. Help me out, homie. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm from Montana. We have somewhat normal names. I don't even know if this is a guy or girl. I was going to say Mr. Gibbs. I don't know. Question, though, was pulling accurate comps without MLS or realtors. So let me dive in on that a little bit more. Typically speaking, you can use a realtor. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I'm a big fan of using people on my team. I leverage people on my team. Real estate agents are on my team. They pull comps for me all the time. It's not a big deal. Typically, I'm exchanging some sort of value with them. Pull comps for me when I need it. Find me properties on the MLS that I can buy. In exchange, when I'm out marketing, if I find properties that don't meet my criteria, I will pass them over to you. I will refer clients to you. I'll go out and do the work. I'll spend the money on the marketing. If it doesn't fit my criteria, I can't buy and hold it, can't wholesale it, I'll refer them to you. I'll give you their phone number, their email, their contract. I'll make an introduction. I exchange value. They pull comps for me. So I don't understand why it needs to be without a realtor. There's no need for that. To be frank, you need, I wish your name was Frank. That'd be easier for me. To be clear, you should have these guys on your team. You really, really should. And you should be networking, meeting them, sitting down with them, explaining your vision in the marketplace, regardless of whether they pull comps with you or not, because they're going to have situations and opportunities for you, and it's just a great relationship to have. I digress. I will answer your question. Without MLS or realtors, you can simply use Zillow. There's nothing wrong with that. On Zillow, make sure you are going to sold, not for sale, not speculation. Go look at what is actually sold. I need you to be doing very comparable. I mean, like within 50 square feet, 100 square feet of the property that you're interested in. Same bed, same bath, preferably the same year or within a couple years of the year that your house was built. What else do we want? We want as close to your property as we can, like within a block. We want the same style, whether it's ranch or whatever. You want the same, narrow it down as much as you can. And oftentimes Zillow, you can look at the history. They listed it 3 years ago at 50 grand. It didn't sell all year. They kept on dropping it. And then they kept on going. You can look at the history, and often there's pictures so you can kind of see the condition. But it's a really, really easy way to pull your own comps. It takes a couple minutes. It's not a big deal. So I want to encourage you, number one, get real estate agents on your team. Use them. Leverage them. Don't take advantage of them, but take advantage of the resources that they have. If you decide not to take my advice on that, use Zillow. That was about it, man. Not a lot of good questions out in the world right now. People are asking student housing, It's not something that I typically do. What else do we have? I'm just trolling on Facebook right now. While we're doing that, what do I have going on in my world? I wrote a book. Most of you guys know that. I wrote a book called The Death of We Buy Houses Cash. I didn't want to get in trouble with the We Buy Houses Cash people, so I changed it. I said the Death of Wholesaling as You Know It. Wrote the book. It was a good book. I had a lot of good feedback on it. But it really wasn't content that I wanted to put out. I wrote it quick. I mean, like, less than a month. I wrote like a full-length book, right? So what I've been doing lately is I've been revamping it to actually share my vision and my experience as it relates to marketing with real estate. I'm really passionate about marketing, and if you don't know what marketing is effectively communicating your message to the masses. Okay? So you guys have heard me rant and rave about this for 6 months, but people in real estate don't do a good job. I buy houses cash. Pre-foreclosure, ? Probate, ? Call me. I pay all cash. Fucking retarded. So I'm revamping my book, and I really want it to be used as a tool to help you guys communicate your message more effectively in your marketplace. I don't care how good your intentions are. I don't care how good your team is. I don't care how big your heart is. If you don't learn how to effectively communicate, you're not gonna do business. You're not gonna have people to help. I'm assuming you want to help people, right? So rewriting the book, got some exciting stuff coming out with that. Yeah, these questions are all shit. I'm going to go with one more. This one's not shit. This was more of a statement. I have to find my motivation again. This is Shaniqua Mosley. I'm glad that you said that, and I'm glad that you were vulnerable enough to post that in what's becoming one of the biggest real estate groups on social media, REI Masters, the one that I helped moderate. I'm glad that you posted that, and I'm glad that you were transparent enough to say that you'd lost your motivation and you're trying to get back. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you pretend to be on social media. I don't care how many motivational quotes you post or whatever. Entrepreneurs go in waves, right? Even myself, right? I'm the first one to admit it. We have good days, we have bad days. We have challenging days, we have wins, we have losses, and we have periods of time when we're just out of it. I have not done... I keep on starting to say that, then I realize it's a lie. Let me rephrase this. I was going to say I haven't done a real estate deal in a while. It's not true. I have, quite a few. I haven't actively pursued real estate in some time. I mean, like 6 months, maybe 8 months. Is my team still doing shit? Of course. I recently bought a couple myself. I got bored, whatever. But I'm not pursuing it like I used to because, back to her statement, I have to find my motivation again. I'm gonna tweak it a little bit. What interests you, Shaniqua? My attention, my interest goes in waves. Because I'm buy and hold, I don't know if she is or not. Because I'm buy and hold, when my motivation, when my attention strays away from real estate, my income doesn't change. Not 1 penny. If I never do real estate again in my fucking life, my income doesn't change. If you're fixing and flipping, if you're wholesaling, if you're an agent, you can't say that. So it's a little bit more difficult if you're not investing for long-term generational passive residual income. It's more difficult. When I'm uninspired, I go do some shit that I'm inspired about, right? I go work on my 1953 Chevy 3/4 ton antique truck. I write a book. I Go hang out on a fucking island for a while. When I'm inspired again, I come back hitting it 10 times harder than anybody else that has to do it daily, because you're gonna lose inspiration. You're gonna lose motivation. It's part of life. You cannot go at 100 every single day with the same motivation, inspiration, and let's see another good one. Attention span. How do I find my motivation again? Take a breath and ask yourself this question. What about real estate is appealing to me? Is it the money? Be honest, is it the money? Is it helping people? Is it providing solutions for people? Is it charity? Is it providing housing for veterans? I mean, like, what about real estate was appealing to you that made you dive in? If it's just money, shiniqua, I think it's going to go in waves. I think it's going to be fleeting. It's going to come and go. And you're going to have really, really low points and some high points. But it's going to be a roller coaster. If it's outside of you, you back up a bit. It's outside of you, and there's a deeper why and a deeper rooted element of fulfillment. It's a good word. Fulfillment. You'll be okay. That's what I know. Guys, Multifamily Mafia, one more time. Jordan Stanley Payne, love you, appreciate you. Hail. I've got a couple more weeks, then I will be on the beach. We rented a mansion on the coast in North Carolina, Ocean Isle, North Carolina. I'm getting ready for that. We've got 33 people that are coming and going to be a part of an event that I'm hosting. Kind of cool, right? I'm always humbled that people are it's not about money, but people are not only willing to pay to come and spend time with myself and some other mentors, but just the fact that they're open to allowing me to speak into their life. It's a big honor. I'm really honored to be able to do that alongside the other mentors. This is going to quickly become the most anticipated real estate event of the year. Why? Serious, guys. Some of you guys are fucking bored already. It's 18 minutes in on the podcast. I normally do like 10 minutes. Some of you guys are already bored. Go do whatever the hell you go do. Jump off the podcast. Everybody else, if you're not bored yet, why are we doing this at a mansion on the beach? Why did we limit it to 30 people? I would have made double, triple the money if I would have just done it at a hotel conference room. Could have had hundreds of people. You know? Could have not had to have paid $6,000 for a house. Right? What about this event is different? We are a family. The Kingdom Real Estate is a family. Somebody called it a cult today. Okay? We're a community that greatly cares for each other and cares about the success of our community. That's why we meet 9 times a week. That's why we've got all of the different mentors, all of the leaders. That's why, we've got more content and more training than almost double the content and training out of anybody else that's out there in the game. So when we meet with each other, we meet as a family. This is a family reunion. You guys have all seen them, right? The big family reunions, everyone's hanging out around the grill, they're playing fucking frisbee, they're in the ocean, swimming, laughing, splashing each other, having a good time. The kingdom is a family, so we conduct ourselves as a family. And when my family gets together, it's a fucking family reunion. The breakthroughs, the life-changing insight, the mentors speaking into the lives of the members at this 4-day event can change your life forever. If you don't believe me, why don't you ask the people? This will be ask them April 24th when we're done. That's all I got. I just wanted to share. I'm excited, so I'm sharing it with you, okay? I'm excited. I'm fired up. I don't know. I haven't been this fired up since Conor McGregor fought. Since Trump won president. I'm joking. Come on, guys. All right, I'm out. I will be back Monday morning. I've got some big interviews coming up, guys, for you. I'm excited about those. But until then, appreciate you.